A very good evening to one and all. Welcome everybody to this session. Good evening. I'm just waiting for everybody to join and then I'll start the session. So today we are going to see about TS EAMCET BIPC and EAMCET BIPC preparation. Lot of these students have been asking us about the programs programs which come under these examinations. What are the cutoffs? How should be your preparation? Because many of the students from Telangana and Andhra Pradesh who are attempting the NEET examination would also be attempting the TS EAMCET BIPC examination. So we will get started. I am Yashasvi Santosh. I am the director of Spark Academy and I am going to talk about the EAMCET BIPC preparation today. Generally I take classes on Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So I discuss mathematics for JEE, EAMCET and other engineering entrance exams, and I also discuss strategy sessions like these. So this is a part of our Spark Academy's YouTube series which we started a couple of weeks back, wherein we have daily live classes, we solve your doubts in the sessions, we provide you free material, tips and tricks and previous year questions. So basically these classes will give you an insight as to how our actual classes at Spark Academy look like, and the admissions are now open for short-term, crash course and regular coaching for the academic year 2021-22 as well as 2022-23, right? So the timings every day you have classes from 11 to 12, 5 to 6 and 6 to 7. We also have some special IP classes lined up starting from today for the benefit of AP EAMCET as well as Andhra Pradesh as well as Telangana board students. So as I told you, I take classes on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. So let's get started with the session. So since we are talking about the EAMCET BIPC, let us see the marks versus the cutoff. So as you all know, firstly in EAMCET BIPC it is a 160 marks paper wherein you have biology, botany as well as zoology, combined 80 questions, physics 40 questions and chemistry another 40 questions, total 160 marks. You have to attempt in 180 minutes and each correct question 1 mark and wrong answer no marks. So there is no negative marking for this. So this is a stark contrast to whatever you're preparing for NEET examination, where you have to attempt 180 questions. It is for 720 marks plus 4 and minus 1. So firstly, there is no negative marking here, so you can afford to take more risks. Having said that, if we look at now the cutoffs, tentatively the trend which we are observing from last few years, if you look at the cutoffs, you will actually get an insight as to how many marks you need to score to get into the course which you would want to get into. So firstly, if you want to be in the top 50, top 100 ranks, you need to get 150 plus basically. If you want to be in around 300 rank, you have to be around 130, 140 marks. And if you want to be around that 1000, 2500, 4000 rank, you need 100 plus total. So this can be plus or minus, 10% variance will be there depending on the difficulty level of the paper. But if you want to be eligible for all the top courses among the EAMCET BIPC programs, then this should be your range. So you should aim for 100 to 120 plus total to get into the top courses, which are BSc veterinary, BSc agriculture, veterinary sciences, fisheries, all of those courses, as well as B Pharmacy, PharmD, and pharmaceutical engineering, all those courses as well. So a safe score will be around 100 to 120 marks. This is your safe score to get admissions into the top courses under TS EAMCET BIPC and AP EAMCET BIPC programs. So now that we know the cutoff or the tentative marks which we need to score, let us look at subject-wise weightage. What are the important topics for EAMCET BIPC? So basically you will observe that for physics and chemistry you won't find much of a difference between your NEET preparation as well as TS EAMCET BIPC preparation. But the major stark difference you will observe is with respect to botany and zoology, wherein only 80% is similar, 20% is slightly different. But having said that, the interesting thing which you are observing here is whatever topics were important for your NEET per se are important even for your BIPC EAMCET preparation. As you can see here, topics like biological classification, morphology, cell structure, plant physiology, reproduction in plants, which are equally important in NEET, they are equally important in EAMCET as well. So your preparation will be the difference between the biology syllabus in for your EAMCET compared to your NEET is, for biology you follow your Telugu Academy textbook. That is the textbook prescribed by the AP board and as well as the Telangana board. You only need to follow that textbook. Whereas for NEET, you are completely focusing on NCERT anyway. So this is the first major difference with regards to your preparation. There are some topics which are discussed in greater depth in NEET, whereas there are some topics which are discussed in greater depth in EAMCET BIPC. So that is why you need to first understand what are the important topics which are higher weightage, which have the higher weightage. So those are, so minimum of 5 questions you get in each of these chapters. And there are other chapters where minimum of 2 questions, which are like chapters like ecology, biotechnology, genetics. And there are chapters with 1 question like microbes and diversity in living world. Whereas if you see in zoology, there are chapters where you get 4 questions, which is human physiology, human anatomy, human reproduction, animal diversity. These topics have 4 questions each. So if you look at the botany important chapters as well as zoology important chapters, that almost constitute to 30% of your weightage in your final examination. And there are other chapters which have 2 questions each, like ecology in the zoology part, genetics, and all other chapters you can get 1 question each. So these chapters which have the highest weightage, you need to refer your botany as well as zoology textbooks, your board textbooks. That will give you a clear picture. That will give you the depth which you need to go to for preparation. So that is the first major adjustment which you need to make when you are preparing for TS EAMCET BIPC examination. The other thing is, it becomes very important because out of the 160 marks, 80 marks are for botany and zoology alone. So if you are managing to secure around 60-65 plus in your biology subject, then you know you already have half of your marks ready to clear the cutoff. So the remaining half of the marks, so if you can say you get a 25 in physics, you get a 30 in chemistry, that will give you a very good score which will help you clear the cutoffs of all the major courses which fall under the EAMCET BIPC program. So talking about the next, whereas physics and chemistry, again the chapters which were very important for your NEET perspective are again important for your EAMCET BIPC perspective. Again, physics is one subject where you observe that last year 2021 NEET examination, the paper was slightly difficult compared to the other years. But generally physics per se for your EAMCET BIPC preparation, it is usually at a moderate level difficulty. You get a combination of theory questions as well as problems. So generally the trend we observe is you get at least 5 to 10 theory questions and rest 30 to 35 questions you get problems, and even many of the problems, many of the chapters you get direct formula substitution based problems. So clearing the target which you need to keep is around 25 marks. If you are able to go through, if you are conceptually thorough, if you are thorough with the theoretical concepts, then you can clear that 25 target which I have told you. And if you check now, the important topics are your mechanics, where you get 15 questions, electricity, you get 10 to 12 questions, modern physics, you get around 4 questions, heat and thermodynamics 6 questions, wave optics 3 questions. So chapters like wave optics, chapters like thermodynamics, chapters like modern physics, these are all straightforward chapters. So around 13 to 15 marks you can cover using these only. And even chapters like electricity and mechanics, if you are picky and you choose topics which are, you know, direct, which you get straightforward direct questions, then you can easily get that 25 marks. So now since the time is less, I won't say less, you still have around 3 months of time. Since the time is, you know, somewhat short, right? Compared to 1 year, you only have 3 months of time left. You have to focus and target the higher weighted chapters. And the chapters which have higher weightage and you get direct questions. And chapters which you get direct questions, even though they have lower weightage, you can get 1-2 questions from those chapters. They are theoretical or they are direct questions, you can choose that. Because again, just like NEET, even in TS EAMCET or AP EAMCET BIPC, physics will make or break your paper, because botany, zoology everybody will almost solve, chemistry also everybody will almost solve. Physics is a chapter where you need to pay complete attention to, you need to spend ample time during your preparation as well. And finally, when we are talking about TS EAMCET preparation for BIPC chemistry, you can observe that there is almost an equal weightage in all the chapters. But again, it varies from slot to slot. In some slots, they might ask a lot of questions from inorganic chemistry. For example, in one of the slots in the previous year, they asked close to 18-19 questions in inorganic chemistry. They just asked around 10 questions in organic chemistry. They asked 10 to 12 questions in physical chemistry. So, you know, it varies from paper to paper. But again, inorganic part is something where you can score. You get a minimum of 14 questions, it varies up to 20. So 14 to 20 is the range. So if you are thorough with the inorganic chapters where you need to remember a lot of things, but there are usually direct questions which are asked. Even for organic chemistry, half of the questions will be easy. Around 50-60% of the questions in organic chemistry are generally easy. And physical chemistry, since you are from BPC background, you might get difficulty in calculations. But you need not worry, because in physical chemistry, especially for TS EAMCET BIPC and AP EAMCET BIPC, they are asking direct questions with not many calculations. So if you are thorough with the formulae, if you are thorough with the concepts, you will be able to tackle this as well. So that is why I gave you a target of 30 in chemistry, which is realistically possible, guys. Right? So now that you know about the weightages, you know about the chapters which are coming. By the way, I will be sharing in the Telegram as well as our WhatsApp groups. We will look at the strategy which needs to be followed. We will look at the courses, the cutoffs. We will be talking about that shortly. So stay tuned to the video. New students, you can download our Spark Academy app. This is one of the highest rated apps on Play Store in terms of competitive exam preparation. And we are one of the premier institutes offering coaching for EAMCET, MPC as well as EAMCET BIPC programs, apart from the NEET and JEE programs. So once you download the app, you will be able to find our study materials where we have handwritten notes. We share all the session PDFs, a lot of other interesting mock tests as well as previous year questions also have been uploaded in our app. So you can download it. You can also access free mock tests. We have EAMCET BIPC, EAMCET MPC, NEET, all JEE, all mock tests available to you for practice. You can do that. And you can also look at our Spark Academy store, which is there in our app as well as our website, where we have whatever courses I talked about, which are short-term, regular and crash course. You can avail them. So right now we have classroom coaching as well for short-term as well as regular program, and even we have opened admissions for crash course. So crash course admissions also officially commenced last week. So you can enroll. Batch 1 admissions are filling up really fast for crash course. Even for short term, we only have few seats left. We probably have around 10 to 12 seats left out of 30 for the short term program which we started last week. So you can contact the numbers given below. So we are offering for EAMCET JEE as well as NEET. So the same program you can avail online as well, where if you use the coupon code YAS10, you will be getting a 10% discount. You can use the same coupon code even during classroom coaching admissions. For those, you need to contact the number 8977525461. This is our official number. You can call us or WhatsApp us. We'll get back to you with admissions. So this is how you can access our daily classes, live as well as recorded sessions. You'll be able to attempt the assignments, the tests. You'll be able to see the analysis. So detailed end-to-end program we are providing, right from the concepts to the test paper analysis. And we have a very limited batch size. We are only taking 25 to 30 for short term. We are only taking 40 to 45 for the crash course. And the difference between, so your option of both classroom as well as online. If you opt for the classroom program, you get access to the online program as well. So you get access to everything including the study materials. Whereas if you opt for the online coaching, except attending the classroom, everything else you'll be getting it. You'll be also getting online material instead of the classroom material. So you can decide and opt for whatever program you want. Now we are coming to the courses which are there in EAMCET BIPC. The first courses which are there is, so basically B Pharmacy, PharmD and Biotechnology as well as Pharmaceutical Engineering. This is conducted by TS EAMCET B counseling or AP EAMCET B. There is a separate counseling for this, and for BSc Agriculture, the two agricultural universities, Professor Jaishankar University and the other university in Andhra. So the Agriculture University conducts this BSc Agriculture counseling. So you need to apply for two counseling processes separately. One for BSc Agriculture, wherein the Agriculture University Professor Jaishankar University conducts this in Telangana, and for B Pharmacy, Pharmacy and Biotechnology, like your MPC, TS EAMCET MPC counseling, TS EAMCET B and AP EAMCET B directly conducts the counseling for B Pharmacy, Pharmacy, Biotechnology and Pharmaceutical Engineering. Now I will tell you some tentative cutoffs which are required to get into these colleges. So for getting into top 5 pharmacy, pharmacy and biotechnology, you need a minimum of below 5 to 7,000 rank. If you get below 5,000, you are at a very safe position. Whereas if you are looking for agriculture, veterinary sciences, so all the BSc Agriculture, veterinary, all of it is conducted through the Agriculture University only. For these programs, you need below 3,000 rank, please. Agriculture highly competitive. Even 3,000 sometimes is not enough. You might need below 2,000 also if you don't have any reservation, if you are from a non-farmer background as well. So that can be seen here. This is the 2019-20 cutoff for general category for veterinary sciences, agriculture, horticulture and fisheries. So you can see that for the general category, you have farmer as well as non-farmer category, for local as well as the non-local students. So this is the TS EAMCET cutoff. I am just showing you for an example. So you can see that for for veterinary sciences, the cutoff for farmer is 2,000 around, and the cutoff for non-farmer is around 1997. So this is below 2,000 rank. And for BSc Agriculture, you can see that the cutoff is around 2,500. As I told you, below 3,000 rank. So this is around 2,500. This is a payment sheet, ignore this. For horticulture, it is around 3,800 for if you are a non-farmer background. If you are a farmer background, it is 4,674. So 3,885. So this is around 4,000 rank. And finally for fisheries, this is around 6,000 rank. So you can see very highly competitive. So this is the top preference for most of the students appearing for EAMCET BIPC program. And again, I have just put out the general category. Obviously the cutoffs will be much lower for other reservation categories. So you need to step up your preparation and you need to ensure that you are getting below 2,000 rank. Below 2,000 will be safe for you. Sometimes below 2,000 might not be safe for veterinary sciences as well. But you know, below 2,000 should be your first priority, and the more you get, the better it is. So if you look at our cutoffs page, that is why I asked you 100 to 120 plus should be your target. You should lie somewhere between this. If you are lying between 100 and 120 and if the difficulty level keeps on increasing, then you are short you will get below 3,000, 2,000 rank, right? So that is why this becomes very important and it becomes very imperative that you prepare hard for the same. So NEET is for your MBBS, BDS, BA HMS programs, whereas for EAMCET BIPC, as I told you, there are 2 counselings which happen separately. One is for agriculture related courses, Agri Plus courses like veterinary sciences, horticulture, BFS, fisheries, and the other is for B Pharmacy, PharmD plus programs. And apart from this, the other option is you can get into biotechnology programs, which you get an engineering degree. There is a separate quota for EAMCET BIPC students for colleges like CBIT, Gokaraju, which have biotechnology courses. So you can apply for the same. Even for that, below 2,000 rank, it is very important that you get below 2,000 rank. So that should be the bare minimum which you are targeting for the same. So this is about the program. Now talking about your preparation, as I mentioned, even for MPC students, even for BIPC students, your preparation will be similar. Every day you need to spend for botany, zoology, physics and chem. So probably you can spend daily 45 minutes botany, 45 minutes zoology, 1.5 hour for physics, 1.5 hour for chemistry. If you are doing this, totally you are spending around 4.5 hours. This is your self preparation. So in your self preparation, as I told you, for this you need to refer the board books, which is the Telugu Academy, or your relevant books for AP board as well. And for physics and chemistry, focus on higher weighted chapters, attempt mock tests, do a thorough analysis of the mocks, and you should get all your doubts clarified as well. So we are here to help you. As I told you, if you call 8977525461 or if you download the app and use the chat option, we are available for you to help. Now I wanted to discuss few more things. So basically the methodology which is required, I've been getting lot of messages from the students as well as comments on our YouTube channel saying, sir, we have 3 months time left. How do we prepare for the examination? How do you approach it if you are aiming for, let us say, a BSc Agriculture course? If you are aiming for BSc Agriculture course, last 3 months you can definitely do it if you have some sort of base. Basically, this is the approach we suggest for all the students preparing for any competitive exam. You need to prepare for basics. First, you need to know all the basic concepts of that particular chapter in any subject. Then you need to know, since it's a competitive exam, speed-based paper, 160 questions, 180 minutes, you need to know any interesting methods or shortcut methods or tricks to remember. For example, in physics, you have many chapters where you have shortcut methods where you can solve the question quick. And then you need to spend time seeing all types of various types of models which are possible. And then this is the part where I asked you to spend 1.5 hour on each subject, where you are practicing exercise questions, previous year questions, and then you are testing yourself by attempting chapter-wise test, weekend test and grand test. And finally, the most important step is test analysis, where you are checking where you are going wrong, right? And then improving upon that. So if you follow this approach, you will definitely be able to master that particular topic. And if you repeat it for other topics across subjects, then you will be in a position to crack the exam. So whether you are a Spark Academy student or not, generally these things like the basic concepts, the shortcut methods and the model questions, this can be done by a coaching institute or online, whatever. This you need mentorship. Once this is cleared, this is the phase where you are doing it by yourself. Of course, when you join Spark Academy, we also discuss previous year questions and important models in exercise as well. We make sure you solve each and every question in the exercise. For example, for our older batch students, from May 2nd week, we are starting a comprehensive exercise solving as well as revision program. Right? So, we will help you with this as well. But again, most of the questions you need to practice and come up with doubt clarification. This is why where we have our in-person personal mentoring and doubt clarification session. We encourage students to ask their doubts, and then we have a very limited batch size. As I told you, we will help you individually. We will hold your hands and help you reach your goal, which is to get a seat in the top 10 colleges, right? So here we believe that this process, if you follow for every topic across subjects, you'll be able to crack the examination. So spending 1.5 hour of time per subject for self-preparation, apart from attending classes, so that will constitute to your complete preparation for the EAMCET BIPC program. So if you have any doubts, you can contact the numbers given below, and we'll be more than happy to assist you. So you can also drop the comments below this, and you can join our Telegram group. In our Telegram group, we will be helping you with your study materials, lot of quizzes we conduct. Our Telegram family, we are close to 350-400 subscribers are already there, and it is growing. So this is a limited Telegram channel. So make sure you join that and avail all the materials and resources which we are providing. And finally, you can subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any updates with regards to the course. So this is what I wanted to discuss today. So humble request to all EAMCET BIPC students, please go through this video to check the cutoffs, check your preparation level, compare when you are writing weekend tests, see whether you are able to reach that cutoff of 100-120 marks. Make a solid preparation plan and go for it. Alright, thank you. On this note, thanks everyone for joining this session. Those of you, please go through this video again and keep it handy. Save this video for your future reference. Thank you, and I'll be seeing you again on Wednesday. Thank you.